Now it's time to pop off with Mary Jane Popp.
And it is that time again. It's Friday. That means it's Fun Friday. And boy, are we going to have some fun today. We got a little bit of something for everyone. Matter of fact, a little bit later on, we're going to be talking with... are you a fan of like design TV shows, rehab shows, where they go in and redo a house and all that kind of thing? Well, Donna Hoffman, who is an award-winning interior designer, she's also known as an advocate for design people, but she said, have I got information for you? It may not be all so real in these reality shows.
Come on in. This is your open concept living and dining room.
Come on in. I'm gonna make your old room a sparkling, shining room.
I'm gonna show you all the houses in your neighborhood. If you don't think that they are good, I'll take you to suburbia.
I thought this would be a great... It's actually a musical parody on Love It or List It, which I enjoy watching. But if you're a fan of design shows, then you got to listen up to this, because I enjoy watching Property Brothers, Hometown, Love It or List It. Some Rick and I enjoy together. Some of the others are like, I don't know. But are there some things that these and other design shows don't tell you? You bet, says Donna Hoffman, who is an award-winning interior designer known as the Interior Design Advocate. Now, she says it's stress, anxiety, and frustration to try and do any of these things. Donna was a top QVC on-air host. She's been featured on ABC, CNBC, and multiple publications. So if anybody knows what goes on behind the scenes, Donna does. Hi, Donna. How you doing?
Hey, Mary Jane. It's so good to be here with you.
Okay, so are you telling me that reality shows are not really reality?
Well, they're a version of reality, right?
Okay. Okay.
So there's a term that's out there. Listen, it's infotainment.
Yeah.
We love the DIY design machine, right?
Yeah.
TV shows make it look fun, fast, easy, cheap, quick. Well, there's something called a few behind-the-scenes tricks, which I'm happy to share with you.
Yeah, please. Well. I need to see. Because, you look at it, especially like with the Property Brothers. I mean, they make it look magnificent. Now, I got to be honest with you. Some of the stuff I don't agree with. It's like I see the before and after, and it's different, but it's not that great. It's not comfortable. Some of this stuff is pretty, but I don't think it'd be comfortable to put my derriere there and watch TV at night.
Right. Well, so now you're getting into a whole other topic, which is idiosyncratic design advice on TV versus what really works in real life. Might look beautiful in a magazine spread, but then can you really live in it? Not so much, because what the camera sees and what we actually live in our home is different. And gosh, you can see that just when you page through some design magazines. If you really pay attention to the beautiful spreads, you'll see that the furniture may be slightly pushed out of normal use spacing so that the camera can get the view that the photographer wants. Same thing on TV. So that's why sometimes you see things that aren't livable, but they look great on camera.
Yeah. I mean, I love, that I love open concept, so I think that's still pretty much in now, right, isn't it?
Oh, sure. Open concept, all of the trade journals are continuing to say that open concept is here to stay, and let's face it, there are good reasons for it. Builders keep offering it because consumers keep asking for it, because it's a fantastic way to maximize your square footage. So whether you are a renter, whether you are paying a mortgage, whether you are an all-cash buyer, you want to maximize whatever space you have, and open concept is a great way to do it. And it's also a certain type of living that people are loving today, especially with more of us spending more and more time in our home.
Well, and the thing is, we're into more casual living. I know I have a formal dining room. I use it maybe twice a year. You know? Why do I even have the darn thing?
Well, they were the thing for a while, and we are helping a lot of our clients as well as our students at the Interior Design Advocate to take those kinds of, hey, I never use it rooms and turn it into something else that will be a high-use room, whether it's a home office, whether it's a music room, whether it's a hobby room, whether it's a library. A lot of cool things people are doing with those. Hey, I don't really use these rooms, but I'm paying for the square footage, so what up with that?
Yeah. Well, it's true. I mean, we have 4 bedrooms, and one bedroom is nothing but a closet.
Right.
So
Right.
why not? I mean,
Yeah.
it's the space that I need. We don't need 4 bedrooms.
Right.
So one is a closet, one's a den, one's a guest bedroom, and then the master bedroom. Do they still call it the master bedroom? They said for a while that was not. I wasn't supposed to use that word.
Well, yeah, they do. We're working on homes of all, ranges in terms of price points. And, yeah, it's the master bedroom, and it's also the master bedroom suite, which includes a sitting room sometimes, certainly the master bath.
Yeah.
Sometimes a wonderful closet as well. So, yeah, master bedroom is still in.
Now, tell me they're going to go do away with all this gray. I'm so tired of seeing gray walls, gray couches, gray counter. It's like, enough! I want some color.
Yeah, well, gray got pretty trendy, and what happens now, Mary Jane, is that, consumers will see something, design lovers will see something on Instagram and Pinterest, and they'll start to pin it more and more and more, and it'll start to spurn more and more Me Too kinds of copycat design, and then more of it shows up on Instagram, so everybody's asking for it. And believe it or not, trends actually have about a 7 to 10 year life cycle in design, and it's shortening more to that 7 year. And the way you can tell if a trend is starting to get ready to pop is that it's available at lower and lower priced stores. Until you get into the off-price stores, until you, for example, gray. I mean, you just see gray everywhere on the rugs, on the furniture, on the pillows. So doing gray everywhere to include on every single piece of furniture for a while, the big trend that restoration really helped to start was this kind of driftwoody look. Doing gray absolutely everywhere, that has been leaving for a while. But that said, gray is a fantastic neutral. And, the great designers, the Albert Hadleys of the world, the Jamie Drakes of the world, did not, those who are no longer living, did not avoid that color, and those living today will not avoid that color because it's a fantastic and important neutral. But here's the thing, Mary Jane, it's how you use the color that makes it trendy. It's not the color itself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So when you broadcast it everywhere, you're looking kind of trendy, you're looking kind of restoration hardware. But when it's in a space, used in correct proportion, it's a fabulous neutral. We're designing something for a client right now. There are gray rugs, area rugs in portions of this home that with lots of creams and earth tones, filtered in.
Can you make it pop with some color though?
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh wow. Well, goldenrod is a really hot and increasingly growing trend. Goldenrod looks beautiful against a gray and cream, with a gray and cream background. Navy looks beautiful against grays. Beautiful, bright, or I shouldn't say bright, but very soft, pale gray blues with a lot of life in them. They look great with gray. Blush, millennial pink. That blush looks fantastic with gray.
Really?
So that's what trends do. They start to morph and turn and twist and turn into something else. And there's a lot of emerald green that's out there, and beautiful jade green also looks fantastic.
Oh, I like that.
Gray.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
It
So
should
do you want to
be part
talk
of-
about some of the things going on in the TV world that people don't know are going on that can be a little misleading?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So here's the thing, and my students learn pretty quickly that this is not a reality check. When they're thinking that a project is going to move along a lot faster than it looks on TV. Why do they move along so fast on TV? Well, first of all, you do have editors. That helps. But bigger than that, you have a lot of donated product, a lot of donated materials. So you're not waiting so incredibly long for your lumber to come in, for your tile to come in, for the toilets to come in, for your reno. Stores want to have a credit at the end of a show, or a manufacturer wants to be called out as, hey, we're the ones that donated this fantastic product that you're seeing. So the lead time means how long it takes for things to come in after they've been ordered. The lead times on TV, a little shorter than what you and I would deal with as, regular citizens out in the world. So aside from the donated materials, which not only reduces the length of time of a project start to finish, also reduces cost dramatically, and really big, a lot of donated labor. Not only donated labor, but labor working at crazy hours. Mary Jane, have you ever seen a show where you'll see, they'll put up a graphic, Chiron, that says, Saturday morning, 7 a.m., or Tuesday night, 9 p.m. And
Yeah,
the crew
double
is still
time.
working? Yeah, that does not happen in the real world, not even remotely. But designers want to get their name on TV, and builders and contractors want to get their name on TV. So in the real world, what we regular people are dealing with, subcontractors in the building community, they tend to work generally between 8 and 3:30, 8 and 4, and that can be sometimes just because it gets so darn hot outside, depending upon what part of the country, and so they'll
the
go in
Popp
early,
brothers,
wrap out.
they always get everything done in 7 weeks. 7 weeks we can do it. 6 weeks we can do it. And I'm going, really? Come on.
Well, there's a lot of backstage, you don't see them, labor working for you that you don't get in the real world as well. So, yeah, if you have a cast of thousands behind the scenes building things for you, you can get things done in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's donated labor and really strange work times, to include the designers that you see on. Designers are working Monday to Friday, and they're working business hours. Now, is there an exception to every rule? Does a designer or builder sometimes get called into an after-hours meeting or a Saturday meeting? Once in a while, but I'll tell you what, very rarely, and sometimes there are additional upcharges when that happens to try to discourage clients from pulling design teams and builders and subcontractors outside of the normal working calendar for them. So a lot of smoke and mirrors happening in TV.
Now, what about do-it-yourself projects? Well, it's so simple. Just cut this here and cut that. I don't have one of those automatic saws to do that. So what are you even showing it to me for?
Yeah, I think that the DIY machine, and by that I mean the TV shows, which are fun and entertaining, and Instagram, and House.com, and Pinterest, and the magazines. The DIY machine is a lot of fun. It's very infotaining, but it lies to really smart design consumers and design lovers. It's not lying to be malicious, but it lies because it dumbs down design, it dumbs down construction, and into tiny little blurbs for a blog post or for a 22-minute TV episode before commercials. So it's very easy to get the idea that, hey, this is so much simpler, it looks so much easier than it really is. And people waste a lot of time, a lot of money running down rabbit trails and then creating big and costly mistakes for themselves. I had a realtor call me about a property. Somebody had finished his own basement, and he was so out of code electrically that they had to rip it all out just to be able to sell the house.
Wow.
So you got to be real careful taking on things that just are not your bailiwick.
Yeah, and too many people, I think they got an ego. I can do that. If they can do that, I can do that. No, you can't.
Yeah, I think you got to be careful. Now, listen, once in a while, is there a Mozart? Sure. Most kids take piano lessons. They sound like, either okay or good or excellent pianists. Mm-hmm. And every once in a while, a Mozart comes down the pike. So once in a while, I'm sure there's a DIY Mozart that comes down the pike that can absolutely finish his basement gorgeously. It looks fabulous, and it's up to code, and there it is. But that's the exception, not the rule.
Okay.
Because I am on both sides of the interior design business, I'm working in the luxury interior design end with, high-end homes, large, very large properties. And I'm also teaching DIY design lovers across the country with my online courses. So I'm working across all kinds of budgets and styles, and I can tell you, hands down, if it looks easy, think twice.
It ain't.
It probably isn't. Exactly right. Yes.
Yeah. And the other thing, too, I can see some of the, the design options if you're going to sell your home. Because they always say this is what the buyers are looking for.
Sure.
And that's okay. But if I'm doing something that I'm going to stay in, I want to be comfortable. I want my personality in this. I don't want artwork that looks like something that, the cat threw up. I want something that reflects what I like.
Well, you're getting into a really interesting topic here. I call it the design fingerprint. Everybody's got one, and everybody's design fingerprint is really different. What's a design fingerprint? Well, a design fingerprint is what lives underneath your design's style.
Okay.
Design style can be traditional, transitional, California casual, Hollywood glam, rustic, yada, 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 on the list goes. But style is a puddle-deep discussion. Living underneath your style is something called your design fingerprint, and that is how you uniquely relate to things like color and line and shape and form and texture and pattern, just where you need color and pattern placed and move through your space alone. So what you're talking about when you look at somebody's design fingerprint, which is kind of what you're describing, that's the quote-quote personality that makes it feel fabulous for you. So, for example, you might not really respond very well to pattern on your floor, where someone else loves pattern on her floor. So that personality is very individual to the design lover who's designing for herself or himself, or who's being designed for by a professional. The design personality is really overlooked. It's actually a term I coined because I got so tired of hearing designers as well as Instagrammers or design thought leaders espousing this space needs color.
Yeah.
Well, no, it doesn't. Not if somebody has a design fingerprint where they need a lot of quiet and they need a lot of neutral.
There you
or
go.
This space has to have a dab of black in it. Well, no, it doesn't. If this particular design fingerprint for the person living there needs a lot of effervescent color and lightness, the black might be a little too heavy for them.
Yeah.
So the design fingerprint, as I teach it and as I see it, really empowers design lovers to not only know what they like, but to immediately recognize why they like it. It's very powerful.
Excellent. So you can fall in love with your home again, even though you hate it now, right?
Oh, sure, yeah. This is not a cheap plug. This is just actual reality.
Okay.
You know, we have a course called Design CPR, Creating Perfect Rooms with Accessories, and it's a fantastic, fast way in 2 weeks or 4 hours or 4 weeks, you decide, to really facelift a space using hacks but a lot of accessory. And it's amazing how you can completely reinvent a space. And certainly as a professional designer, we have clients asking us, hey, can you do this room from scratch and this one, but can you just do a quick facelift on that space? Amazing things happen in your home when you use design strategy, not guesswork, because the point being, and the truth is, that design is so much more strategic and formulaic than people realize. And if you're doing guesswork design, or if you're doing I'm gathering pictures kind of design, forget it. You are going to get yourself into a lot of trouble, have a lot of half-cobbled together spaces, and as people report to me, the ideas in their head are going to keep falling flat.
Yeah.
That's because you're trying to cobble something together rather than using very clear recipe, formula, strategy. It's very powerful. And when you combine design strategy with your design fingerprint, you really become unstoppable and create beautiful things. So yes, you can fall in love with your home, and it's not what you spend, it's what you do with what you spend. And that's true of all design all the time.
I mean, I know that, you could come into my home and probably make it like a little castle. It'd be great. But, like in my living room is I call it the international room. It's stuff that, we gathered from different places around the world or people that brought us things. And it makes me feel warm. That's my house because it's my things. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's not a designer living room, to be honest with you, but I like it, Now, if we move, which we're kind of thinking about, then I know some things have to be revamped, so it's for potential buyers. I'm told that you have to have a great kitchen and great bathrooms, and that sells a house. Is that true?
Well, that's part of it. That's definitely important, but also condition sells, and that you want to, if you're selling a home, you need to turn your home back into a house or back into a product where other people can envision themselves living there. So, yeah, you want to maximize your space. You want to make sure that you're making your rooms look as big as possible. Maybe you're going to remove some furniture, certainly a lot of bric-a-brac. And, yeah, if there are certain spaces that need repainting, do it. It's worth it. Spend the money to make the condition look fantastic because you want your new buyer to cross your threshold, and they're going to make their decision close to the first 45 seconds if they feel good about your space or not. but you'd want them to walk in and think, wow,
Yeah.
this owner took such great care of this property. What a gem. That's what you want. Not, oh, man, open the windows. It's musty and cobwebby in here, you know?
Now,
So,
do you have a website?
I do. For our online courses, which might be great for your listeners, just go to theinteriordesignadvocate.com, theinteriordesignadvocate.com, and then go to the Learn Interior Design Online tab, and you'll see our courses. They're fun, they're on video, they're very interactive, and all of our courses have their own members-only private Facebook group, so people can post pictures of their projects and get, weigh in and buy in from the community and my team. It's a lot of fun. And right now, we have a coupon on our blog, which you'll also find on our website, for 20% off our courses. So that's a really nice little
We've run out of time. I'm going to have you back again, okay?
No problem. Thanks so much. Great being with you.
You bet, Donna. In the meantime, stay well, folks.